Hey, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. Thank you so much for being back again on another Sunday Talk. It's been a minute since I posted the last one. It's been, some crazy times. Starting a new year, stronger. So, promise I'll be coming back now with more videos for the channel, especially this series that I know that it was helping you guys a lot, at least to understand where the market could go in the upcoming week. So, starting with US 30, right here, we see a very clear movement. I'm on the daily time frame here, and we normally see that indices are constantly pushing up, right? If you remember this huge crash right here, this is coronavirus. And this whole past year, 2022, from here, pretty much since January, this was the whole crash, right? Inflation, war in Ukraine, all of this stuff going on right here. Now, if you look US 30 in comparison to Nasdaq and S&P 500, you see right there, S&P, we're still still below the downtrend, right? This trend. And Nasdaq also still below, right? It's creating this type of support right here. But US 30 is going way up ahead, right? It's literally US 30 saying like, there's no inflation. Forget about it. It's over, right? That's literally what US 30 is saying right here. Everything we're seeing, even if you use some sort of moving average, let's say it's some sort of trend indicator, and just for this example, I'm on the daily time frame and I'm using just to pay attention to the purple line, which is the 200 period moving average, right? If you looked at after the pandemic started, right, that big crash right there, prices started, climbing back on top, and boom, finally climbed on top and started just pushing up. Now look where US 30 is right now. It's literally telling us that yeah, it's over. Like the bottom, that's it. Like we definitely reached rock bottom, and now price broke the trend line, even find support on the 200 period moving average, which is kind of did somewhere here, right? After the price started climbing back on top, the market find its support right there and it started pushing and pushing and pushing for a long time, right? Before, of course, the crash. So I mean, we can clearly see that the US 30, it's definitely finding its way up. Okay. Does this mean that the inflation it's really over? No, it's really not over. What we are seeing at this point, it's either some sort of buying pressure for temporary buying pressure. At some point, guys, the market may have also another some sort of drop or correction or bigger move. But hey, if we, let's say, we do not pay attention to what's happening, we just maybe we didn't know what actually caused this drop, right? Let's say you were never aware, that you never see news, you were not aware at all what was happening, with this inflation, you didn't know nothing, right? Never heard of it. If you're only a technical trader and you only trade based on a technical setup, just basically on analysis, this is telling me that, hey, we just broke, buddy. We just broke. And potentially, I mean, the market just came back, retested the channel, plus retested the 200. So technically means that, I mean, this is the actual direction. I'm expecting the market to just continue and maybe at some point eventually breaking that last high, right? Which was on January last year. So this is technically what it means if you're just a retail trader and you don't pay attention at all to news. You didn't know what happened right here. You just know that market is now climbing back on top of the moving average, the 200 period, and you're back on top. It broke the trend line to the downside, and now we're potentially going into an uptrend. That's it. So will that happen? Will the market definitely continue pushing up? It's possible, right? It's definitely possible. We just have to be patient and just wait. And we just follow the price. If the price want to continue pushing up, okay, we're just gonna follow. All right, we're just gonna find more setups, uh, continue by. Okay, so there was a big consolidation right here. You saw that recently broke, also retested. So the strong momentum to the upside at the moment keeps pushing up. So we can see that also right here, this is a very strong resistance, right? So we're gonna keep an eye. Let me clean this. We're gonna keep an eye in this zone to see if, most likely, I'm sure the market will try to reach that zone and maybe having some sort of reaction in there, maybe to drop and coming back maybe to this level. All right, something like that. But we will have to see. Most likely, we'll continue pushing up. We go on a 1 hour. We see that recently, market is trying to break that on H4. The body of the candle did close above, but on H1, barely touched it. So this is a nice little 1 hour support right there. Let's see if it's gonna break just that, and it's gonna continue pushing up, right? Based on that structure, right? If you're a smart money trader, you see that right here we had a very aggressive buy. Price is trying to break above. It's leaving behind this nice little potential order block right here that we can pay attention to. Okay, nice little demand zone, right? Price could also perhaps maybe push up a little bit more. Oh, come on, push up a little bit more before maybe pulling back, mitigating the order block, and maybe going to the top, right? But we are on a nice uptrend right now. So we're expecting maybe the markets to continue that way. Maybe some sort of pullback or correction to then continue its way up. So that's basically with US 30. And as I mentioned on Nasdaq, if I go on the daily, just watch closely because US 30 can be giving you a tip in advance, right? Since already for a long time now, this was broken on November. So it's been a month since it broke that trend line. Nasdaq is still very low, and well, it's kind of approaching that trend line. S&P, it's touching it. So US 30 could be giving us a signal, and a very, like, it gave us a signal in November that it was going to break. The market, it was actually going to break now. Maybe S&P and Nasdaq will try to follow that. So you can take that as a signal if you're a swing trader, right? Be careful with that. If you are a swing trader, you can try to look for the break, enter on the break, maybe hold it all the way to the top. That seems very difficult to happen. But hey, if the markets will just continue pushing like that, and there is still inflation, I mean, my God, the United States is definitely pushing this thing up. Like, economy is, it's gonna get stronger, but we're gonna have to see what the government, the Feds are gonna be doing now. They're gonna be, if they see the economy just pushing and pushing up, they're most likely gonna bring this interest rates higher. They're gonna bring it up. So just have that in mind, okay? But at the moment, is reaching S&P 500 is reaching that the top of the channel, so we could have some sort of reaction. Also, if you want to pay attention to similar move, right? We do have a resistance and support, and market could come back down. We do have a potential OB right here, a POI zone right here that we can pay attention to see if the market will maybe at some point try to do this, right? Or even get a little deeper, boom, mitigating, and before doing this, right? And maybe eventually some point, maybe breaking this trend to the upside, since US 30 already did. I hope you understand what I mean, right? So this is basically the setups that we had on Friday. If you or follow me on Instagram, just make sure to check that out. And if you're actually at this point on this video, I recommend I hope I earned your thumbs up. And if you like this content and you want to see more um, Sunday talks like that, just give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. So back on Nasdaq, you see that we had this strong support. Looks like it's breaking now, right? Look at that. So it looks like that candle actually breaking to the upside. If we go on a smaller time frame, we clearly see this break right here. All right. Same thing as, well, similar as US 30 and S&P 500. We do have a POI zone right here, and we have our potential OB in this area. But it's already broken. So will the price come back here, come back down again, or will it find its support like somewhere here? We'll try to consolidate. Maybe at some point, maybe boom before actually pushing up. So it will take liquidity, maybe touching the actual POI instead, before actually pushing up. It's possible. You got to watch closely. If you want to see, as I mentioned, how we're doing this, how we're spotting, and how we're trading at the moment, just make sure to follow me on my Telegram, also on my Instagram. I will leave the links below in the description, guys. And if you also want to be part of the Team Profits mentorship and course and VIP signal group for life, just make sure to check my website, teamprofitsfx.com. And I'm offering a discount right now. So 35% discount. Just make sure to check that out if you're interested in learning what we're doing right now. So I'm seeing markets continue bullish. Most likely they will continue bullish this week. And we got to keep an eye on reports, on news to see what type of reports we're having. Um, and that's basically it. But this is basically what I'm predicting. We could have some sort of correction, little correction, but markets are seeing it strongly bullish. So let's see if it can keep up with the same direction. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I will see you in the next Sunday talk next week. Take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful week.